Now, the reason that they are doing a year or less is they can put him in Rikers Island jail, where it's the most dangerous prison system in New York. At the same time, you have members of the January 6th committee that are actively working in Washington, D.C. to remove Secret Service from any president who is labeled a felon. This whole thing was about getting Trump labeled a felon.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. So today I've got some horrific news concerning Donald Trump. Some horrific news, and it pertains to prison information. It's a prison plan that has been leaked to the women of The View, particularly Sunny Hostin. Yes, this has been something that just came about. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. On my way to 40,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Thank you all so much. Now, let's get into it. So I'm going to share a video with you from a fellow YouTuber, Stephen Gardner, where he is talking about this prison leak information as it pertains to former President Donald Trump. Alvin Bragg has a plan for the former president.
I have some breaking news coming out of New York City as well as Washington, D.C. regarding Donald Trump and the efforts of the Democrat Party to jail him before the election. Yes, according to leaked information, they do plan to jail him. And this whole thing is about revenge and teaching Donald Trump a lesson while they attempt to keep him out of the White House. Now, according to Sunny Hostin of The View, yes, the ladies on The View like Whoopi Goldberg and others, Sunny Hostin is saying that she has had private communication with people in Alvin Bragg's district attorney office in New York, and they have leaked to her that they are going to jail Donald Trump for at a minimum 1 year. Now, the reason that they are doing a year or less is they can put him in Rikers Island jail, where it's the most dangerous prison system in New York. At the same time, you have members of the January 6th committee that are actively working in Washington, D.C. to remove Secret Service from any president who is labeled a felon. This whole thing was about getting Trump labeled a felon. Fox News legal analysts are saying this will be turned over on appeal. CNN's legal analysts are saying this will be turned over on appeal. Alan Dershowitz is saying that this will be overturned on appeal, but not in time for the election. So they are going to try to jail him, remove Secret Service, and put his life in danger.
Judge Merchan has, I think he has really done a good job in terms of keeping that courtroom together. Yes. I spent this morning speaking to someone from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. They're called Street Fighters. He believes that they will recommend a 1-year term in prison. And that is because when you spend a year in prison in New York or under, you serve in Rikers Island. Okay? Also,
see, first of all, I'm ticked off at this heifer right here, Sunny Hostin, laughing and being happy about it, smiling like that. Seriously? This man is being unjustly persecuted. And then they want to remove Secret Service. You know why they want to remove Secret Service. They want to get rid of him. They won't even let all presidents, and they had to try and label him a felon, even though what they got him for was not even a felony. It's a misdemeanor that was outside the statute of limitations. And then what he told the jury, pick a charge, just pick one, and you don't have to all agree on it. These people are sick. They are satanic. And what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow.
I did some research. Right. The other thing I'd like to say is the other reason that they will do this is because he has shown an utter disregard for our institutions. And prosecutors, when you are recommending a sentence, you are not just recommending a sentence so that they can be rehabilitated or so that they can be punished. You're sending a message to the community that this is not going to happen again. This is not okay. The other thing I want to say is that there's another thing that they will likely recommend is a 6-month split. 6 months at Rikers, and then the rest, 5 years, 4.5 years of probation. That is under the New York law.
All right. Well, we know that the CIA leaks to the New York Times and the Washington Post. The FBI does the same thing. It now looks like District Attorney Alvin Bragg has secretly been leaking to The View all of the malicious intent and activities that they have planned for President Donald Trump.
My thoughts are that these people are sick and this is not going to work. Now, prayer warriors, those under the sound of my voice right now, we have to pray very hard, like right now. Not next week, not tomorrow, right now. Because what they are trying to do is ultimately put Donald Trump's life in horrible danger. Removing Secret Service. That's their plan all along. They had to find a reason to say we want to remove Secret Service. Well, they had to, in order for him to be remove Secret Service, they had to say, well, we're trying to pass something that if you're a convicted felon, that you have to have Secret Service removed. That was their plan all along, to have him vulnerable and in the most dangerous prison in the country. Rikers, really? For something like a inappropriately documented legal expense. NDAs, a non-disclosure agreement, is legal. Everything that he did was legal. They tried to make it be something that it is not, with all of the attorney generals, the DAs, these judges, and even they know that what they are doing is wrong, but they're doing it anyway. They say no one is above the law. Well, evidently Democrats are above the law. You've got evil Democrats and Republicans, swamp creatures, the swamp. Donald Trump wants to clean the swamp, and that's why they went after him. And they are guilty of things that are actually illegal. He's not. A misdemeanor like that, an inappropriately documented legal expense. Well, you have Alvin Bragg reducing the sentences of people who with much more horrible crimes. They actually have violent crimes, and he's reducing their sentences, but reducing their felonies to misdemeanors and making a misdemeanor into a felony when it comes to Donald Trump. Now you have to be able to see this. The evil powers that be want to maintain control at any cost, and they don't care what they do. If they can do this to a former president, they can do it to us. So I need you all to share this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, really get this out there. This is ridiculous. This is awful. This is what they are planning to do, according to Stephen Gardner's information. Well, Sunny Hostile is what I like to call her. Alvin Bragg's office reaching out to her, telling her the plans, and she's skinning and grinning about it. That's nothing to be skinning and grinning about. If we were fair people, and not get our emotions into the fact that some of us may not like Donald Trump. I like him now that I know the truth. This is ridiculous. And it's turning a lot of Democrats into Republicans. Yes, it is. It's not working. AOC's district had a whole lot of people there. And they're talking about she doesn't do anything. You're not going to get anything from a Democrat but a bunch of pandering and lying. You all tell me your thoughts. Do you feel like this is actually going to happen? Because what they've done so far, I don't put it past them. But I'm praying that all be well. Well, you all be blessed. Love God. Love your families. Love these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.